Welcome to CBN4's Primetime News. I'm your presenter, Vanessa John Charles. Let's take a look at today's stories. Various groups capture Carnival 2015 Road Parade prizes. And an update on most recent crime incidents and accidents. We'll be back with news on these and more right after the break. Please stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. The prize winners of the Road Parade of Carnival 2015 have been released by the Discover Dominica Authority and Dominica Festivals Committee. The winners are as follows. In the opening parade, Best Float category, Dominica Planned Parenthood Association got first place. Meanwhile, the National Development Bank came in at second and Kabuli at third place. In the flag wavers category, the NBD got best flag wavers and at first place, One Love at second and RD Bloaters at third. In Juve, the first Lapo Cabwit was Daly's Omas Lapo Cabwit, who was out as early at 4 a.m. in the morning. Best individual went to male Simbert Macpherson with costume The Cross and female Patsy Alport with costume The Tablet. Best Sensei went to Kyle Dura. Ralph Felix got Best Steel Band with Pan in Motion. Meanwhile, the Dominica State College Band got Best Juve Band under the theme Your Place for Success. Longest Lapo Cabwit on the road went to the Newtown Lapo Cabwit group. Largest Old Mass group went to the Daly's Old Mass Sensei. Best Costume group went to the SMRKS Girls group. In the Old Mass Parade, the Thunderbirds came in at first place. Second place was the Cassibrus Negmawa group. Agriculture Stilt Walkers came in at third place. In the Children's Carnival Band Parade, Band of the Year for secondary schools, first place went to the St. Martin's Primary School. Second place, the San Survey Primary School, and third place, Let Our Children Be Children. Band of the Year for secondary schools, Cassibrus Secondary got first place with Elements of Nature. Goodwill Secondary at second place with Walk Like an Egyptian. Isaiah Thomas Secondary at third place. The Adult Carnival Band Parade Band of the Year went to Agriculture Stilt Walkers. Hysteria, who came in at second. Thunderbirds coming in at third. Adult King and Queen of the band went to Agriculture Stilt Walkers as well. And in other news, the government of Dominica, in collaboration with the CARICOM Secretariat, has targeted Dominican media and spokespersons for an intense and enriching capacity building two-day workshop. The opening ceremony took place at the Fortune Hotel yesterday afternoon, where media houses and respective invited senior-level stakeholder representatives were briefly educated on the benefits of the two-day workshop.
This is an area for two very important workshops. These workshops are geared towards ensuring that the communication strategy for Dominica under the CARICOM Trade and Competitive Project, which is abbreviated CTCP, is successfully implemented and done so sustainably. Dominica has been very compliant administratively and legislatively with the CSME agreement, and I believe Dominica probably is maybe the most compliant to date among the islands.
The workshops will take place on Tuesday, February the 24th and Wednesday, February the 25th of 2015 from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. It aims to enhance knowledge on the CARICOM Single Market or CSME in the 5 regimes, namely
any Dominican product or any Dominican professional, as the ambassador has just said, can move within and throughout the region, duty-free and free of any impediments, as long as you have the CARICOM skill certificate. And these opportunities have been created for hassle-free travel and for the establishment of local businesses anywhere in the region without impediments.
Similar workshops are also on the way in Jamaica, Belize, Guyana, St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Grenada in efforts to increase the number and types of information channels promoting the CARICOM single market. And the Rotary Club of Dominica celebrated Rotary Day just last evening at the Southern Place Hotel. The semi-formal or casually elegant event showcased the work of the Rotary Club of Dominica and also took the opportunity to highlight and thank all its sponsors who have supported the club over the years. At the very ceremony, a long-time serving member of the club, Darren Grell, who was introduced to the Rotary Club of Dominica, Grell gave a heartfelt thanks to the various members for introducing her to the club and for being accepted. Meanwhile, Cecile Shillingford received the installation of Paul Harris Fellow, which is the highest honor a club can bestow on an individual. He was presented with a certificate signed by the Rotary International President, a lapel pin, and a medallion. The event concluded with cocktails and mingling among the attendees. And coming up next, an update on most recent crime and incidents. Stay with us, we'll be right back after the break. And welcome back. Providing us with an update as to where the Dominica Police Force stands currently in the carrying out of investigations following up with the various crime incidents which took place during the carnival season is Claude Weeks, Assistant Superintendent of Police. Concerning the death of 26-year-old Ken Michel, Weeks informed that a 17-year-old was brought into custody, with which investigations went on and concluded with the arrest.
He was brought before magistrates court last week and was remanded at the State's prison. Was remanded in custody at the State's prison. The preliminary inquiry into this matter is scheduled for July of 2004.
When speaking of the reported shooting of a man in the Layou Valley area, more specifically at Clock Hall, Weeks informed that no formal arrests have not yet been made in that regard, yet investigations still continue.
It appears to be suspicious in the sense that if there's a suspected bullet wound to the body, obviously, given the fact that a post-mortem will be performed and to be followed by a coroner's inquest.
According to Weeks, though the post-mortem will put the officers in a better position while seeking for closure of the investigations, the officers still continue to solicit the cooperation of the public or anyone who might have heard any gunshots in that area. He also implied that investigations continue following the traffic incident involving the Minister McIntyre's son. Based on the fact that most of the crime incidents which took place during the festive times, being that of Carnival and others, largely involves the younger generation, he continues to advise against violence.
It appears to be suspicious in the sense that if there's a suspected bullet, it's not an issue of blame game as to who should be there, who should not be here. I understood one band member from Triple K seemed to have is apportioning blame to the police and so forth. But if it's apportioning blame, we may ask him and his band members, why is it that they had 16 and 17 people on the trucks when they attended meetings at police headquarters, when all the stakeholders, and they agreed to work with us and say that there ought to be between 5 and 7 people on the truck. So it's not an issue of apportioning blame here.
According to Weeks, we all should try to implement methods and develop good strategies that can be used to help the younger people whom clearly appear to be too frequently enraged. And in other news, the Caribbean Community CARICOM Secretary General Erwin LaRocque met on Wednesday with a delegation from Guadeloupe, which is one of the 5 Caribbean territories that have applied for associate membership of CARICOM. The delegation from the Regional Council of Guadeloupe comprised of Therese Marianne Pepin, President of the Commission on Cooperation, Oliver Surette, Director General, Europe and Cooperation, and Lionel Surette, Cooperation Officer. Discussions amongst the delegation and Secretary General, which took place, focused on the structure and operations of CARICOM, the role of associate members in the community, and the terms and conditions of associate membership. This meeting with the Secretary General follows meetings with delegations from Curaçao, Martinique, and French Guiana, which have also applied for associate membership in CARICOM. And on the international scene, women being screened for breast cancer in Germany may find themselves in the hands of a blind examiner. The idea has been around for a few years now, and unpublished research suggests that it actually works. Blind people can in fact detect tumors earlier than their sighted counterparts. Though surprising, a simple idea came to a German doctor who wondered if blind women could actually do his job a lot better than he does. For research, gynecologist Dr. Frank Hoffman found that people trained to read Braille have a higher developed sense of touch and guessed that blind and visually impaired women would be better qualified than anyone else to carry out the breast examinations on his patients. In an unpublished study carried out with Essen University, blind women are said to have detected nearly a third more lumps than regular gynecologists. And the Apiculture Development Project, which was launched in mid-October of 2014, a project which is being funded by Jeff Small Grants program over a period of 2 years, is picking up momentum. Two disbursements were made last year since the commencement of the program, and a special $48,000 will be placed at a financial institution for persons who are interested in joining the program. Dr. Cyril Robinson, chairperson of the board, stated the amount of monies overall and how it will be put into use. Robinson went on to say that the beekeeping sector does not only benefit people who has a passion for bees, but also for Dominica's farmers as well as the subsector who may produce other products. Invitation goes out to everyone and anyone who plays a part or is interested in apiculture to join them at the PSU building tomorrow, Wednesday at 6:00 p.m. And we've come to the end of our primetime news package. It's now time to find out what's coming up in sports with Mr. Christopher.